Thank you for tuning in. This show is made possible by going to and clicking on the links at DNF Tool Drawer, heading over to DNF Swag and picking up some of the cool 5-star apparel, as well as the loyal monthly Patreon fans at patreon.com/5star. Whoa, boom, just like that.
Wow.
I know.
Just quick, huh?
I know. I hit the wrong button. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Loving this on YouTube. That's good.
Perfect.
I mean, that's good. Hello, Bobby. How are you? Evening, fellas.
What up?
Wait, aren't we supposed to be on Facebook? We are.
Yes.
We're actually on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Right.
This is the this is the new format. That's why we just rolled the pre-roll. We're going to be trying this for the next couple weeks and see how it does. We'll just see how it does. If this is kind of like the new thing. So instead of this being rebroadcast tomorrow, it's just going to be today. And then tomorrow you'll get the Instagram rewind or replay or whatever it is. So there's all that. What's up, Mr. Digos?
Hey, Jason.
Almost missed it. We put up the wrong time. Not gonna lie. So yeah, it's okay. What's up, Bobby? What's up from Texas?
Hot Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas. How's it going? I don't know. How you doing, Fernando? How was your day off?
That was great.
It seems like just moments ago we were here doing this, but yet we're back again. Whether we wanted to be or not. And I can tell you this morning I did not want to be. Because I strolled in late going, I don't want to be here. Evening. Evening. Loving a new format. Definitely love the YouTube. We're gonna let it, like I said, we'll see how it goes. We're gonna work on it some more. I have some stuff I'm gonna do tonight to fix that, and then we're also at the same time we're simulcasting the Saturday show on Facebook. So if you do catch this on Facebook, don't worry, it's not going anywhere. And you might actually, if you don't like watching things on YouTube, then you'll be able to watch the Saturday show on Facebook if you want to,
or vice versa.
Whatever works for you. So we're just trying this out. The software will do it. We'd kind of been fighting it, but after vacation, I came back and made an executive decision that this is just how it was going to be.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. What's up, man? So anyways, there's this little thing we have called the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club over there on Facebook, and some of you guys are members of it. It is a little thing. Is it like 80,000 members? Something small like that. Nothing big. But every week, Fernando scours to see what has been put up for that week, and when he finds something he likes, he changes the cover to it. So if you'd like your cover to be changed, or if you'd like your work that you do and if you'd like it to be you, post a picture. Let's take a picture at who this week's is. Who do we have, Fernando?
We have Joseph.
Oh, hold on. Let me hide this comment. Sorry, Abraham, but you got to go away.
Joseph, huh? Yeah. Pretty cool.
And I see the Blue Clean Wire Club ruler there. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. He's got the 12-volt, the wire ruler. The D wire ruler is actually the appropriate name for it. It has a D on there. We don't actually refer to it as that. It's kind of like the silent D, kind of like Django. The D is silent. But yo.
No, I like it.
What's up, Mr. Jason? He's not going to be there in Dallas.
He's not?
I know. It's so sad. Oh, because he has a life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
really, man?
Yeah, really. He's got a life. But anyways,
really?
So this week we have this. You did a really nice job. I love all the audio control. The Rockford, the big Rockford.
The two Rockford on the corners.
Yep, the little PBRs. Yeah. No, very nice. Very nice.
Cool. Yeah, very nice job, man.
I know. I want that amp. I do. I want that and the 1004. I think that would be so cool. Too bad we don't know anybody at Rockford that could.
No, you don't.
Why are you so out of frame?
I don't know.
Just like you just slide your butt over. But anyways, there's that. Thank you so much for doing that. A fun thing that we always try to make this more
in spirit. Okay, that is funny right there.
Dallas he's talking about is, of course, Knowledge Fest that's coming up here shortly. I was scouring the Instagrams or the Facebooks or one of those before we started the show here, and this picture popped up on there, and I wanted to share this because this is clearly a Jeep Wrangler, and they have butchered out the factory speaker, so the factory speaker is no longer ever going to play, and then okay, so here's a couple fails here, and I know the guy that did it probably did this.
Yeah, but like, what are those metal brackets?
I'm guessing that's the mount for some form of a tweeter. I don't know. All I know is that he's managed to screw up the new tweeter because he's got whatever that goo is all over it.
I mean, it's just hot glue.
It could be hot glue or silicone. I don't know. Yeah. Either one. You know, hot glue in the dash always works spectacularly in Florida.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, I just like, you've not only just ruined the new tweeter that we're putting in, you've ruined the factory speaker that we're putting in. High fives all around the install bay for doing such an amazing job. I just saw this and
probably.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I was doing it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's still some
I like
awesome, it is a fidget spinner. Yeah, totally fidget spinner. Yeah, totally. Like, yeah, let's destroy it. But I just had to laugh when I saw this because I knew whoever did this was like, I am awesome, bro. Like, I did a great job. Yeah, man, because it's still all removable. I can pull my 2 factory screws and I'm good to go.
I mean, technically everything is factory, so
yeah, you know, so nice. You know, the only thing that could make this better is if when he tore it all apart, he soldered the speaker leads for the new tweeter into the tinsel leads for the factory speaker, so that he could literally just unplug it. That would make this the best. And then didn't insulate them. You know,
just leave it like that.
Just leave it like that. Don't insulate them. I just wanted to share that because I thought it was interesting, and you know, we're always trying to add something to the show. Maybe they didn't have a 7mm. I mean, you know, hey, the 2 things we always lose: the 7 and the 10. The 7 and the 10. I mean, at that point, I'll buy that. Let's go with that, Doug.
Yeah, so Doug is right.
1 2 1 2. That's all I gotta say. It's a super tweeter. I want to take a tweeter, like just take a regular tweeter, put a little red cape coming off of it, and be like, "This is a super tweeter. Don't confuse the others." And out of phase. Oh yeah, that would be the best. Dean, when running 0-gauge power wire for 1 amp, how do you, Dean, tap it into power a epicenter micro? I'm gonna put a distribution block in there somewhere, for sure. All right, so let me think this through to where if I've ever, because most of the time there's like a 4-gauge somewhere, which, you know, you can do a like when you come into the distribution block, like I'll thread it into the ferrule and come out with my own fuse holder, like right off of it. That I've done.
Just run a 22 gauge.
Yeah, that'll slip underneath the ferrule. But yeah, normally it's a 4-gauge, but it has to be ferruled. It has to be ferruled, like, because I can slide it in with the ferrule, but I will always put a fuse holder immediately coming off of it.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's a good wick. If you don't, you know, it'll just. But yeah. New 12 volt, the 12 volt not clean wire club. I think that already exists. I gotta be honest. There's so many people that just got
2 or 3.
I think a lot of people got, because in the beginning, you know, we had some rules, and you know how people are about rules. No one likes to think of rules, but hey, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Let me do this before we go any further so that I can keep on track. We're going to go here. I'm going to turn this on. And hey, guys, Audio Control. Remember those guys? They're a great fan of the show. Actually, they're going to be our very light sponsor of ours in Dallas. We talked to them, and they were like, hey,
very light.
Are you guys going to Dallas? We're like, yeah. And they're like, you know what? we're going to get your hotel room for you. We don't care. You don't have to do anything for us. We just want to, we love what you guys do, and we want to go out to eat with you at some point, but can we get your room? And I was like, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Damn it, Matthew, stop.
Stop.
So we will, of course, be hanging out in the booth at some point, and we'll all the branding will be thanks to audio control and whatnot. But we don't have any classes we're doing. If anybody is going to Dallas and just to hang out with us, this is going to be the hangout trip. We got
Jason,
a couple
you're
classes.
missing out, man.
We got a couple classes we got to teach. Of course, our photography class, as well as Brian Schmidt.
Brian Mitchell.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
No, not
well,
him.
I need
not
to clear. Yeah, it's not Jesus Christ either. Brian Mitchell and I are going to be doing an integration class, which ought to be fun. It's always going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'll introduce myself as Dean, and I'll introduce him as
the one and only, ladies and gentlemen,
the keeper of Chewy. But and the other new white dog, Padme. But anyways, that's it. That's all we got scheduled for the weekend. So we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Oh,
probably not doing it. Might even sleep in one day.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it? Though?
I don't. You know what? It never happened.
Oh, it'll never
For
happen.
some reason, we got there and it's like, we're gonna do this.
No.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it'll never happen. But man, that would be fun.
It's always good to dream.
It's always good to dream. What's up, guys? I have a question. You come to the right place. I'm using the DD1 Plus to tune a mono amp, and on low-level inputs, there is high voltage readings with no gain increase. Is this normal? All right, let me think about what you're actually asking here. I'm using a DD1 Plus to tune a mono amp, and on low-level input, there is high voltage readings with no gain increase. Is this normal? I think we're talking about the DD1 Plus.
Yeah.
So maybe take a digital multimeter and go around to the input of the amplifier, or you're on the input, and see what kind of signal we have coming into the amplifier. See if there's something weird happening to it. Like, for example, if we're using a factory radio or integrated into a factory amplifier, if it's straight up aftermarket, that kind of doesn't make any sense, unless in some cases, if you turn the subwoofer level control up on the deck all the way, you will clip out the deck long before you can use a DD1 or DD1 Plus. So like if you turn the gain down on an amp all the way and turn your bass boost all the way up on the radio, you're already at 10 dB. So no one will, they'll just still crank it up, but you're already there.
Yeah.
So, but no, that is kind of strange. Digital multimeter and actually see what kind of voltage you're dealing with. That's the easiest thing to do there. What is the best position for tweeters? Top or bottom of A-pillar or sail panel? Or do you need airspace behind or around the tweeter? As far as airspace behind or around the tweeter, if it needs it, it's going to be built into the actual tweeter cup that is behind the tweeter. So, for example, most big expensive tweeters have airspace behind them. If there's a hole through the back of the tweeter, then it's vented. There are like Alpine X-type tweeters where there is an air chamber that you actually attach to the back side of the tweeter, and the tweeter is not performed properly without it because it vents into the cup behind it. But that's kind of an oddity. Most of them will already have that air chamber built into the back of them. That's why like you'll see some tweeters and they'll be like this deep because there's an air pocket behind them. Now, as far as you don't want, most tweeters are very directional, meaning that the beam that comes off of them is like this, it's like this, and then they do have some off axis. So really when it comes to how your particular tweeter will work best is you want to look at the beaming chart if you can, because that will show you like how it's going to radiate sound from the diaphragm. Now, if it has a very narrow beam, if you can horn load it off of something like a windshield or the corner of a dash, obviously you're going to increase the dispersion of it because of the horn that it's created. Most of the time, tweeters, cheap tweeters don't sound good when they're aimed right at your face. More expensive tweeters well you can get away with that. It really comes down to you and what sounds you like out of the tweeter, and then of course the quality of the tweeter. But in a car, like you see, they're mounted in the sail panel, they're mounted in the A-pillar, or they're mounted up in the corner of the dash is pretty much the standard location for a tweeter. But the beaming pattern will tell you if that's going to work better, or just put it there and hold it and see what it sounds like, because you can do that. Wrap a towel around it, set it up in the corner of the dash if you need to, see what it sounds like. That's you.
Hey, man. No, it's just like, hi, Dean. Hi. Love the videos. Thank you, man.
What's the best way to hook up Sony's RSX,
the GS9?
The GS9 to a 608? Use
all three, front, rear, and sub.
Why am I reading this? Middle of the building. Yes, run the RCAs. If okay. If you're going to use the base mob on the DM608, if you're going to use it for subwoofer volume control, it just depends what you're going to use in the 608. The reality is all you need from the Sony is one RCA. You need the front to go into the 608. The 608 can then handle everything from there. If you're going to be using some of the functionality of the 608, like download the cool app and like control your volume, balance, and fader, then you're going to need all three RCAs. But if you're not going to do any of that, you need one front. Do you use any of those features? I mean, I know you do when there's no DSP in there, but otherwise.
Yeah, like you say, when there's no DSP, I try to use it just to play around.
Right.
And but if you have a DSP, don't.
Yeah.
All right.
Best 4-channel amp with DSP, price and quality about 300 watts total.
300 watts?
That's kind of small. 300 watts total with a DSP? Kicker key? I mean, it's okay. All right. So no. All right. All right. No, there's actually. All right. Hold on. All
right. What about the JBL?
No. The Infinity. You want the Infinity? The Infinity would work. But hold on. I have something else.
I mean, it's.
Hey, what?
All right.
That wasn't.
Go for it.
I was going to say there was no price. It was just.
Yeah.
I mean, most people don't even know this
money
stuff
is not
exists.
the issue.
I don't even know if it's money, so to speak. Here we go. The Pico. 4-channel Class D amplifier.
Just think about it, Jason. Think about it.
I would love to, but too busy. No, I understand, man.
Look at that. Can we spend the day walking around looking for slide stairs?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, man. It's not here.
No, that would be fun. Okay.
Yep.
So let me turn that off because that is
just time.
Yeah. So Mosconi makes the Pico line, and I know a lot of you guys have never even heard of this. And there again, back to answer your question, Infinity makes the 4-channel DSP amplifier extremely affordable. It's about the power you're looking for. It's an AB class amplifier. But if you're looking for something on the pro level that is about that, Mosconi makes the Pico line. This is 4x90 watts. It is a 4 to 8 DSP. So it's got a DSP built in it for 4 channels with 8-channel out, or I'm sorry, with 4 more channels of output. This is the Infinity DSP here. It's a 4 to 6. But either way, there you go. There's 2 thoughts to that little thing. And hey, since we're there, where's this at? Let me just move this over. Were we at the right time?
Yeah.
Are you sure? No, I think we got like
20 minutes.
Yeah, but we were 10 minutes in, so we got another 5 minutes.
All right.
Anyways,
so one more.
Angel.
What's up, Angel?
Have you guys done any newer Ford Ranger stereos? I was told I couldn't replace the stereo, at least in the Lariat version. No, we have not done any stereos in the
Ford Ranger.
We
put the sub, no?
We've put everything else. I think the dash in that is just weird. I don't. Do me a favor. Go to iData.
Yeah.
Let's see what iData says. Because if anyone would do it, so type in like 2021 Ford, and that'll tell you right there. Is the Ranger on there?
It is a Ranger here.
Ooh.
Maybe an MFT1.
Dash. Yeah. Shit. No, go back. You hit the wrong button.
What it was?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's a big X right there.
This dash kits.
Right dash. There you go. Oh my god. Yeah, MFT1.
Okay. So,
but
here. All right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. So, that's just the generic dash. If it has the 8-inch touchscreen in the top, okay, which would probably be the Lariat, I don't know. If it has the 8-inch touchscreen, then the MFT1 kit is listed as working on that vehicle, but it would need the 8-inch touchscreen. Scroll up just a little bit, because this isn't your dash. This is just the dash they provide. But what slide it back down. Slide it back. No,
I was trying to see.
I know. They don't. Just use the scroll there. So what we can kind of. So what it's showing you is that you have the factory dash that is there, and then you can use that factory dash bezel to fit the MFT1 in there. But anyways, yeah, I would check that. But it would have to have the 8-inch touchscreen. If it doesn't have that, right now, no bueno.
Right.
I know. It's so sad.
Yeah, I was trying to see.
Yeah?
Fusion Ranger without an amplifier screen.
Yeah.
So right there in the bottom says right here, if you just remove the
hide comment, yeah.
Hide comment.
Yeah.
Right there.
Ranger, my Ford Touch 8-inch screen without amplified sync 2 or 3.
That's it. You know.
Yeah, so all the way up to 2022.
Yeah.
So there you go. But you have to have the 8-inch screen. And if you're going to be doing a full system, the rest of the stuff really doesn't matter. Like, the reason why it says without amplifier and all that is because it won't integrate with the amplified system. If you're going to be putting your own amplifier in there, then it doesn't really matter at all.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. What? Oh, it is. Was that? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Do your thing. Now we can get rid of this. Yeah. Keep looking. I'm going to do this and say, oh my gosh, it's time for the next Mosconi. That's right, guys. Mosconi-America.com. So they have the 430 that just came out, and they're going to be having the new 830, I think, coming, which is the new DSP amp that's going to be just as big. Plus, we just showed the opposite of that, which is the Pico.
Right.
And then they have the Atomo, which are microscopic little cool DSPs. So these little guys right here. Now, there again, I know you guys love small stuff. And in the small stuff line, they do make a multi-channel Pico amplifier that's an 8 to 10. So you get, where is it at? 50 watts by 4 plus 80 watts by 4. So you get a cool staggered power, little tiny amplifier. Like, how cool is that? And they just came out with new software. So really excited about that, because one of the biggest complaints that everyone has had with like the Mosconi software is that it's like, if you don't understand, you don't understand. But now they've changed a lot of that, and it's really cool. So I'm pretty excited to get to play with that more soon. My guess is it's a sub out of the factory system. So Fernando, I don't know what he's answering.
I know.
But Ada's answering somebody. What's up, Elias?
I'm just wondering if he just bought that car.
He did. He did. He told us he did. Where were you?
I know. I thought he got a BMW.
As far as the Bronco goes, I don't know. I don't know. Soon, we'll go with that. Dean, where's your useless Apple Watch? It's not useless. It's actually very useful, and I don't wear it while I'm doing the live show because I don't need it.
I just put mine.
Yeah. Dude, it's very useful for me because it has a phone. I don't have to carry a phone, and hey man, this is true for anything. Just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean it doesn't work for me. I don't expect you might not have a need for something in your life, but that doesn't make it wrong. If I need something and I find a product that does it, then that's great. And if I say, hey, this does it for me, and you go, it's useless, I don't need it, or go, oh man, I have that same desire to have that in my life as well. Well, then you buy it. Otherwise, no, but that's just my thought on that. I have a 2019 Ram, no factory amp. Are the 3.5s in the dash separate from the door speakers? No, they are not. They are in parallel with the door speakers. So if you're wanting to go active in any way, then you'll have to run new wires to them. But yes, they are on the same wires. Same wires.
All right.
Can you run through setting up the IRTA with the Studio 6 app?
Studio 6 app.
Studio 6 app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I can't do it with this system here because you have to do it through the.
Right.
But I mean, all you do is plug it in and launch the app. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And on the videos on the website in the DNF tool drawer, we have plenty of videos that they can tell you and explain you easily how to do it.
I don't think we've ever showed just plugging it in.
No, but it's like you just launch it, you just plug it in.
Yeah, I know. You just launch the app. Yeah. One of the things that a lot of people don't know on the Studio 6 app, which is probably what we should talk about, is scaling. On the Studio 6 app, once the music is playing, you can do this, and you can scale out the RTA. That is where a lot of people don't realize it'll do that. And so, like, if you're seeing very little movement on it, and you're like, man, it's not showing me nothing, check your scale on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. It's on both sides. And if it's like 0, 20, and like 30, 40, just take your finger on it and go like this slowly, and you'll scale it out, and then you'll start to see the drastic change on it. See if this is charged. Ooh, it's got 13% battery life.
Ooh, that's a lucky number right there.
Is that your okay?
Yeah.
So launch the RTA app. It'll come open like this, and we'll do this. So it's just picking up all our noise here. And then if we do this, see, as we can see, it starts to shrink and those changes go away. Whereas if we start doing this, see, now those changes get really, really big. And you'll notice here on the side that the numbers start to really scale out. So if we bring it down like that, you're not going to notice a lot of change. So one of the things that people have asked, like, I'm not seeing a lot of stuff. And it's like, you're just not, most people don't realize you can do that, because I think most of the other apps that do RTAs don't allow you to do the scaling. So as you can see, that's way more exciting to look at, and you can see way more problems than if I just scale down like this. So right there, it'd be like, dude, that sounds good, man. That's like perfect right there. I don't see any problems at all. That looks wonderful. And as you can see, the bars right there, those are all numbers. But as I do this, you can see those numbers start to get farther apart. So now there's literally only one number on the page, and this is so far out of reach, it's not even funny. Then we'll keep doing this. And the problems will really start to show themselves the more scale you give it. So if you are having, more than likely, that's what you're I'm not seeing anything. Try adjusting the scale.
STI, thank you, man.
Oh, hey. Very nice.
All right, I got this.
Hey, did you guys see that Still Valley was this weekend?
Yeah.
And our boy.
I forgot the amplifier match.
Well, it was a 5-channel. I know. I'm just saying. He said 4-channel. I didn't forget about it. It was just.
But a good one, man.
Channel.
That was a good one.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah. So it's.
So, anyways, Natan.
Yeah.
If you guys caught the JBL video we did. Natan took first in a ton of categories and second in at least one category. But he just posted like he had all these trophies that he won, and I think he took 5 first place. I don't know how it works. It's quite crazy, but really cool. Congratulations to him. And if you haven't watched the video on the Arena X, you should watch it because it's fun to see for sure.
Right.
What do you got? You were all excited about doing something?
Well, hang on.
I'm hanging.
Right there.
Is there such a thing as 6x9 subwoofer speakers? Actually, yes, but not like you were hoping. If you're looking for just a factory 6x9 subwoofer replacement, then Powerbase makes one. However, it only has a power handling of like 30 watts. So it doesn't do like, oh my God, I'm going to use this as a subwoofer kind of thing. But it's made to replace like the JBL blown subwoofer in the doors. So that Powerbase is really the only one that I've seen, but it's not a lot of power. We did a RAM video a couple weeks back where we were putting those in the doors, and we actually ended up taking them out because they couldn't handle the amount of power we were putting on them. So we found out real quick that they're like 30-watt speakers.
30 watts. All right. That one.
How do you take apart the Rockford Fosgate PLC sub-level controller? Is this the PLC though?
It's a PLC too, so.
Well, yeah, but which one are we? I think they're talking about the one that comes with the P300.
That's that one?
Yeah, hold on. Don't I have one of those sitting right here?
Let me see.
Yeah, I do. Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter. We have both. All right, so they make 2 bass knobs, basically. They have this guy right here, and they have this guy right here, and they come apart very differently. This one here is very simple. You pull the bass knob off of it, then you take a little tiny pick tool, and you peel off this little metal piece right here. This one's a knife, so I could hurt myself.
No, that's what I use.
I use a pick tool.
Really?
Yeah, or the little metal panel tool because it's way here. Do it, smart guy. I don't want to come away back a bloody stump.
No, it's like it's just because it has
it's a sticker. You got it, man.
I know.
Oh, it was so close. You almost had it. You got it, man. You got it. You get it. All right. So, anyways, you peel this off, and now there's a second one of these in the bag. And as a little plastic piece that goes where the LED is comes out, then you can see there's that screw right there. Once you pull that screw out, this whole thing will come apart. Yeah. Okay. Now this one, on the other hand, this one is not made to come apart. This is the PLC.
Yeah.
How do you get it apart? So you take this guy right like this, and think of it as like a walnut, and you go like that. You do that. You give it a yanking.
Yeah, and it's just a knob.
The bass knob falls off. Take your pliers, and you go like this, and then this comes out. Now, as you can see, this is not made for mounting in the dash.
But you can mount it.
It's not made for mounting the dash. If you want to mount it in the dash, what you have to do is first you have to find a screw because it does not come with a screw at all. So this screw that's here is the right screw, but it doesn't
come with it.
And you need those thin-ass screws to get it on there. Secondly, you have to cut. See how this is sitting down lower than the top of this? You have to shave the 1/4-inch top right here. You have to shave that off. All right. So sander works really well. You could probably sit there with a razor blade, score it a half dozen times, and break it. And then what we'll typically do too is these wings that are off to the side, we'll cut those off. So we'll cut off in about 1/4 inch on either side to remove those. And then we'll cover the whole thing up in shrink wrap, put it into the dash, put the knob back on. Now, the problem that you run into is that it is a ugly looking knob, and the knob only goes on this far. So you'll see the screw that's behind it and all that other fun stuff. So you can do it, we do it all the time.
All the time.
But that's how that works. This is a spare we have, by the way. So, and we were just going to break it apart and do that to it anyway. So, all right. So that's how those work. And for those of you at home are going, I'm not doing that. That's freaking crazy. I know, right? Why they just don't make it the way they should.
Easy.
Yeah,
I know.
It's so sad.
What's up, Dean?
Hey, Dean. What's up?
Dean to Dean.
D to D.
D to D.
D to D to D to D.
All right.
I'm going to put this back on so I can fight with it tomorrow when I go to take it apart.
Hang on. I have this one right here. Ready?
Yeah, go.
All right.
I want to find me some boy with a blowtorch and a pair of pliers. I need to know what pack
I get
to put an aftermarket radio on a 2000 Buick La Brea Custom. I can't call pack anymore. Does their internet not work?
I mean,
do we have? Yeah, 2000.
what is that?
It's a Chevy or Buick LeSabre. LeBray. LeSabre.
Let's say brand.
Yeah. 2000.
2000.
Yeah, right there.
Right.
Search.
All right.
Anticipation. Anticipation is making me wait. Go down. Go back up. No. He needs the harness.
Oh, he needs the harness.
Yeah, no. Go the other way. Go the other way. No, the other way. There you go. All right. So if you need a Radio Pro, you need an RP3
GM13.
Yep. But all we did was we went onto their website, pack-i.com, typed in Buick, LeSabre in the year, and it yielded all this cool information. You don't even have to call them. Now, whether you need just the basic harness or you need that cool premium harness, well, that we can't answer, and they probably can't either. But that's what we would do in order to find out. Where should I mount the AC LGD Blues and the 2017 F-150 with the factory radio? Also, installing Focal Integra 6x9 components in the front door. Will I need to run tweeter wires from the amp, or are they in line with the mid-bass? They're in line with the mid-bass, so you will not need to run wires with the amp. You can simply tap into the tweeter wires up in the dash. Just make sure you do install the passive crossovers that come with the tweeters and the mid-bass. Does the mid-bass have it, or is it just attached to the 6x9?
The 6x9.
You sure? No, I thought it came with two little pigtails. Either way, make sure you install the passive crossovers, whichever ones it has. But no, you do not need to run new wires.
The new ones.
Now, as far as the AC LGD Blues go, you typically what we'll do is we'll make a mount and put them on top of the radio themselves, up in the dash, because there's a little like 2-inch piece of plastic that those two AC harnesses come out of. We remove that because it's just in the way. And that allows us to make a tray on the top of the radio that we can attach those to. And there's plenty of air around them because you don't want to set anything on top of them. You want to go in an area where they can lay flat, and they are going to release some heat. So you want to make sure that they can breathe and whatnot. So that's a good place for them. Otherwise, you can mount them back by the amplifier. It really doesn't matter which end you put them on.
All right. Great.
You got it, then? Sure.
There you go.
How loud should rear fill be? You said if you use components in the rear to set the crosswire at, I'm guessing that's 10K, but what dB? All right. So, or that's a 10.
Negative 10?
Well, it just says 10. All right. So rear fill is kind of like religion. All right. It's a touchy subject, and there's kind of, from the outside, no right or wrong answer. From the inside, it totally matters. So when we're setting up rear K, rear fill, rear K. We've typically talked to the customer, and we're finding out what his plan is. Like, what he wants. That's the most important thing. Some people like rear fill and they want to know it's there and they want to be able to go, yeah, I can hear it. All right. So for that, we're not going to be band passing the system. We're going to make sure that when they do this, they hear what they're trying to hear. Some people, they want a lot of rear fill, and some people want no rear fill at all. As far as the dB goes, that's good. If you're referring to the crossover slope of the speaker, that there again, it's not blending with anything. So it doesn't matter. It could be 12 dB, it could be 6 dB, it could be 18, it could be 24. As long as it's not causing any problems with the rest of the speakers, such as phase changes or just cancellation of any kind, it just depends. So yeah, there's no wrong or right way to do this. It's just a matter of what you're trying to do. We've had people that have kids and they just, the speakers are down low. They want them full range, but they just want them loud enough for the kids. So we'll sit in the back of the car and make sure that the kids can hear them, but they're not affecting the front and they need to play full bandwidth. So it's like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. When you're looking at a crossover though, the dB, if you have everything crossed over 24, just cross them over 24. It's not going to hurt anything. Hi, Western Australia. By the way, sun is just rising now. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Very cool. All right.
Any word on the Type R Pro 3-way components will be released? I'm guessing a new Alpine Summer of Sound. I would think Fall of Sound would probably be more of a accurate representation of when those are going to come. I say that and they'll ship next week. But
yeah,
I believe they're scheduled for third quarter.
We're going to have them tomorrow.
Which is like... I know third quarter is like in a week, but I think late third quarter. So I would say the fall celebration, maybe, or the late summer party, possibly the late summer party.
All right. I know. Yeah.
I got the Flax Evos, like you suggested, for SQL. Using the Kenwood XR600 DSP. Very nice. Would I see a real benefit from bridging channels to the mid bass? Yeah, you'd see a benefit of, oh shit, the amp shuts off. No, don't do that at all. It's that amplifier is not capable of doing that. Ask me how I know. So don't do that. If you feel you want more power to the mid bass, get a bigger 4-channel amplifier, maybe the 404. They make the little pancake 404 that they have, a little cutie, and use that. Will you get a benefit from it? Yes, you'll get more power to the mid bass, and it will sound. You'll have a throatier mid bass, which is really nice. But that amplifier, no, it cannot do it. We've tried. It just sorry, bro. Next time.
All right.
What's the competition for the Alpine ISL 507? I need to compare to similar items. What's good? I think the closest thing to that is probably the 9707.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to be the closest thing because it's a 7-inch screen, so it'll be the 977 or 9700. Check the Kenwood Excellent XR line of 7-inch radios. That'd be the closest thing, the one without navigation. Hey, from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Here, people here, please use Epicenter for low bass application mostly. Can I just use one bass boost? Wait, hold on. Can I just use one to boost the bass frequency when my box is tuned to all music?
Use an Epicenter for low bass application.
Yes. I believe the answer to this is yes. So on the Epicenter, there's a bunch of controls, a bunch of dials, and everyone always it's got a dial, so people want to screw with it. I get it. It's a knob. We want to turn it. Turn it all you want, and then put it back at 12 o'clock. I would recommend getting the new Epicenter Micro because the cool thing for you is it has subwoofer volume and effect, unless you already have an amp that has subwoofer volume. But yes, 12 o'clock is going to be your best option. It's for giving you what you want without making it sound really weird.
All right.
Hey guys, hold on. Before I do that, let me stop this and go to banners and go to that up top. One more. Yep, that. Click that. Okay, perfect. Okay. Hey guys, and load up the video. We'll play that next. Hey guys, what's the model number of that tiny Mosconi DSP you briefly showed last week? I think we showed it this week, but the tiny DSP, tiny desk. Hold on. Products, Mosconi, DSPs and accessories. I think I had it. Hold on.
You had it right there.
I know, it's the Atomo line.
Mm-hmm.
So it is these guys right here. They're called Atomo. And the Atomo 4 to 6 DSP, this little tiny microscopic guy right here. This is what we showed last week. But yeah, this is the bad boy here. It's pretty sexy, right? I know. Okay. Atomo.
Yeah.
Atomo Hawk. So can you set the IRTA to default scaling?
It's on the app.
Yeah, it's not. It's the app that you choose the scaling on, not the IRTA. So you can leave it on default, but there again, it just depends on. Okay, so it depends on what we're looking for as a problem. So if we're talking about a 6 dB problem, meaning that the problem between the loudest point and the shallowest point is 6 dB, or let's say 8 dB. All right, if we have it scaled to where 10 dB is an inch, that problem is only going to look about this big. So we would want to adjust the scaling to actually see how far that is apart. So sad. So that's why the scaling is important. Because you're trying to, now it probably has an auto scaling on it, but I don't ever use it because I'm just going to use my fingers and try to see what it is. So whether you're using the IRTA with the Studio 6 or you're using the iTest mic with the Studio 6, the scaling is going to show you the bigger problems. Because most of the time in car audio, I mean, we're not talking about a 12 dB problem. It might be a 12 dB problem, but even still, if you have the scale down to where a 12 dB problem isn't going to look that big, and then you'll be like, oh, that looks wonderful. Till you do that and go, oh, that looks like crap. So definitely want to adjust the scaling. So let's watch this video real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about it. I guess it would have helped if I'd have turned the audio on. Anyway, as you kind of saw in the video, that was another app that we use other than the Studio 6, and that one has auto scaling. And with that, you saw the problems that were there easily. So if you'd like to try it now, some of these are paid RTA apps. Hold on, let me close this. Get rid of that. And I got to figure out what RTA app it is. Oh, I think it's Spectrum. Yeah. Spectrum. Here you go. This is another app that we use. This is the one that you saw in the video. It's called Spectrum, just like the crappy cable company, Spectrum. But as you can see, it does a lot of neat things. It's got some other weird features to it. I'm not real versed in this one yet. We were just trying out all different kinds of apps. But as you can see, this one really doesn't scale like the Studio 6 does. But it does an okay job. But you have to look at like how big of a gap it is between some of these fluctuation points. So it might not look like much, but when you look at the scaling on the Studio 6 and you say, oh shit, that's 6 dBs. That's a lot. That's a huge problem. So, hey, my battery's going to die. Yeah. Anyways, if you're interested in picking yourself up an IRTA too, so that you can electrically see what is happening in your signal path so that you can figure out what it is you're trying to do, then you can find that at dnftooldrawer.com. Thank you, DNF Tool Drawer, for sponsoring the show. What is
Thank
that?
you.
Oh, the Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this one.
Question: is there a microphone that I can? Wait, hold on. Is there a microphone that is actually good quality, like comparable to talking over an iPhone, or even how Tesla's stock car audio mics sound? I bought a $600 and a $1,500 unit, and mic, no, they all use the same mic. It's in the software. So if you can't get it to work through the software, in the unit itself. So most radios, when on the phone, you can access the microphones, noise canceling, loudness, all the fun stuff that's there. Only when you're talking on the phone can you actually access that stuff. They lock you out of it otherwise. Kind of weird, I know, but no, they all use the same mic. It's all the same mic.
Thank you, Jason.
Does signal to noise ratio have anything to do with sound quality? Example, my D6 1200 versus a class AB amplifier. Can you hear difference? This kind of goes back to that religion conversation we were having earlier. High-end class D amplifiers, such as the D6 1200, they put a lot of effort into that, a lot of equalization that is just pre-done in the chipset itself to make them sound the best that they can. I honestly can't sit here and say I don't, oh no, you can't hear. No, because some people are going to be like, oh, you can totally hear the difference. And okay, cool. And you might be able to, I don't know. But I mean, you're going to need a pretty good Class AB amplifier in order to hear a difference. So like if you take a cheap Class AB amplifier and put it up a good high-end Class D amplifier, I don't think you're hearing the difference. That's my personal opinion. I don't think you're hearing the difference. If you take a high-end AB class amplifier of comparable price as your high-end Class D amplifier, you might be able to hear the difference. You might. You might, if you know what to listen for. If that's it, you might be able to tell the difference. This is one of those things that people are going to debate until the cows come home. Like, oh, I can hear it. Well, hey, man, great. If you can hear the difference, then you need an AB class amplifier. I don't know. It's one of the, like I said, it's like religion. Kids of the 70s and 80s want all the rear fill blasting from their Kraco 6x9s. Not me, man.
You want.
I don't want any of that crap. I don't even, honestly, no. It's just annoying. It's so bad. All right, guys, I know I'm just one person, but I don't have Facebook and really appreciate this on YouTube for Mondays. I really hope it works out and you keep it in rotation. We'll see.
Yeah.
But thank you. Dean Nando, is the Caddy install on Instagram? Yes, we did talk about some of the stuff we're doing in this on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea, or can you say if Sony is coming out with a regular double DIN head unit in the ES line?
Not like a...
That is a good question. They just announced 2 non-ES line double DINs, but I don't know. You know what? In a month, we're going to see them. And if we can get anything from them on that, we'll ask. Because I don't see why not. It would be a good idea to come out with, a 9000 series, it's like 7-inch, because not everybody wants the floating screen.
Right.
So, no, that's a good question. We'll check in a month.
Check in a month.
Amplifier bypass or harness to add on amplifier and a 2022 4Runner. Yes. iData makes a RR harness for the non-JBL for the regular radio. I think. Metra also makes a 70 and a 79 harness. I think the Metra harness is expensive. But I think, because we just did one of these, and I'm pretty sure it was, what did I use? Oh no, it was the DO2, the DTO something. Check iData under the AR line and see if they have I I think there's like a DFO 3 or 4 now for the newer ones that is non-JBL, because that'll go behind the radio. What there is on the back of that 22 4Runner is a double row. It's a 10-pin plug, 5 up, 5 down, has 8 wires coming off of it. It's a little black plug, and that is, they put all the speaker wires all on their one little plug. So you just unplug that one plug, and you're done. It's fabulous. But Metra makes the 70 and the 71 harness, but you got to buy all the extra crap that you don't need. Then you can make a harness. That's what we did in the past. But I'm pretty sure iData has their generic interface harness now, or Pack might have it also. So you try pack-radio.com. But one of those guys has it, and yeah, I used it the other day. And what's crack-a-lackin', Lance Doss, the boss? Anyways, yeah. Okay. Audison Forza 8.9 versus Audio Control D5-1300. Oh, wow. Powering Audison Voce 5.6 components active, and 2 10-inch JL sub 4 ohm each. What would you choose for the amp? Wanting SQ with some good volume. Thanks. All right, so if we're going to do the D5-1300 active, that's channels 1 through 4, and then we have 2 subs. The Forza doesn't even come close on power. Like, not at all. Like, none at all, man, because that's like 70 watts by 4, and then you're going to get then you got to run the subs off of the, oh my gosh. It depends on the JL subs, really, but you're going to get more power out of the D5-1300 for sure. They do make in the Voce too, not Prima. I would go D5-1300. Yeah, because those are Voces. He's going to need some juice, man.
But yeah, a lot.
You're going to need some juice. So I would do the 5-1300. I think you'd be way happier there.
Yeah, because this is 85.
Yeah, it's not nearly enough power. I mean, it would run it, but I would be happier with that.
With the 13.
What is he saying here? Oil and vinegar and acceptable sandwich topping. It's called Italian dressing. I have a 2021 Ram 1500, and I would like to make a rack like the one you made out of ABS plastic. Where can I get plastic at? So DNF Tool Drawer, same place we have the IRTA listed. Go to DNF Tool Drawer real quick. Of course. Thank you, sir. If you go to DNF Tool Drawer, other than just the same, like all the other tools that we listed right here, we have plastic. If you click on that, it'll take you over to plastics that you can order off of Amazon. It's a great place to find plastics because you can pick what size you want and whatnot. And another place that you can also find plastics is Etsy, believe it or not. Etsy the guys there will ship you all kinds of plastic. So Amazon, order away.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can just bypass Amazon because they'll give you their real business number. The other thing you can do too is if you have a local sign shop, a lot of the times local sign shops will use PVC, 1/4-inch PVC for their signs. You might be able to find some scrap that will be a big enough piece because they throw away a lot of that stuff. It might come in white. That's what black vinyl dye, some vinyl dye will make it not white anymore. Or if it's going behind the seat, who really cares? It can stay white. So a couple options. When using DSP with amp, the difference in running active versus passive. Have you ever heard I don't know what the heck that is, DSP 610 watts plug and play? I have never heard that DSP ever. That doesn't mean anything. I've never heard of it. The difference between active and passive is the ability to control your levels, along with setting your crossovers, which the factory usually does a pretty good job on the passive, is the ability to actually blend the speakers better. When you use a passive system, you're stuck with whatever they have. And if it's too loud, hopefully they'll have like a negative attenuation. And if it's still too loud, then there's nothing you can do. Or if the mid bass, or if you want a louder tweeter, turning the mid bass down will make the tweeter louder. It's crazy. So being able to control levels and blend better is really where you get active versus passive. It really shines more.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the Fernando at the end there.
That's right.
I think we're good, man. We're done.
Yeah.
We're at the
My God.
I was gonna say.
Already?
Yeah, could you just there you go. Hey guys, thank you so much for playing along with us on this new format. Stick with us. It is going to we're gonna try, I don't know, we're gonna try some fun stuff, see how it goes, other than just, answering questions and whatnot. Would love to get back to fundamentals as the time allows us to. We might move fundamentals to Saturday. Who the heck knows? We'll get back to it though, because I enjoy doing it, or do it the week before. I got to work out the time frame and how all this is going to happen. But so far for me, this is working. A lot of you guys are really happy that we're doing this. We've talked about it a lot on the show. That is DNF Tool Drawer, which Fernando has still pulled up. You can find your IRTA2 there. If you'd like to be part of the Cool Kid Squad and see what your speaker wires are doing, you can pick up your IRTA. Make sure to watch all the videos that we have here. We try to answer as many of the questions as we can. If you want to get a cool 5-star shirt, you can head over to dnfswag.com. That is dnfswag.com. We have a ton of different shirts to choose from, not just the ones you're seeing here. There's a ton of them. And if you want to support friends of the show, you have Mr. Jeff Smith. Ooh, we got a new one coming out. I got to work
Brian
on
Mitchell.
Brian Mitchell's right there. And, of course, your IRTA shirt. We'd like to thank all the sponsors of the show that we've had this wonderful night. Audio Control, as always, big-time sponsor. Mosconi, Mosconi-America.com, as well as us, sponsor our own shows. If you want to support the show, you can find us on Patreon. Patreon members get their names scrolled across the beginning of this here show. So we'd like to thank all of them for being supporters of it. It's cheap. I know a lot of you guys have asked for a yearly membership. I haven't got to it yet, but I haven't forgot. I just need to go in and click the little tab that says if you want to sign up for the year. So that'll be there. I'll get to it. I know. Got anything else?
That's it.
It's going to be a long week, guys. It is going to be a long, hot, frustrating week for everybody out there. I totally understand. If you'd like to ask questions during the week, make sure you head over to Instagram and follow us there at 5-Star Car Stereo, the number 5-Star Car Stereo. We answer questions there throughout the week. Of course, just tell you what's happening in the install bay, all the fun and excitement we have there. If you want to recatch what happens on the Instagram show because you don't have Instagram, watch this channel tomorrow on YouTube. We replay it then. We've moved it from Monday to Tuesday. And, of course, Saturday we'll be back at 6 o'clock. I want to see if we can get a guest. I want a guest.
You want a guest?
I know. I got to find a guest like tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I want to give him enough time. I got a couple ideas, but I want to have a guest. We'll see what we can come up with. Okay. Saturday, 6 o'clock, be here. And, of course, don't forget, Friday mornings at 9 o'clock, you can find the news at DNF's Car Stereo Clips. And if you want to see me talk to Mr. Hi-Fi Vega, you can find me Thursday over in the Hi-Fi Vega Network. Won't be this Thursday, though. He's doing something else. No, I have this Thursday off. I know. It'd be kind of nice.
There you go.
But thank you guys so much. I know what to do. Trust me. I've got stuff to do. Thank you guys so much for playing with us tonight. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. We will catch you back here on, whenever. All the crap I just said. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.